Hey guys, it's Melissa here from melissaoatman.com. Welcome to another episode of Awaken Your Inner Awesomeness. I am so delighted you're here with me today. Today we are going to be talking about when you give up too soon. Life is really challenging, and when you are hoping to manifest your dreams, it can be really difficult to stick with it. When you don't see things happening in front of your eyes and you think that nothing's happening or going on and you're never going to achieve your dreams, the truth is that there's a lot of things happening behind the scenes that you can't even see. So how do you keep going so that you're not giving up too soon and letting go of your dreams? That's what we're going to be talking about today. And I think this is a message for a lot of people because right now the energies are really tough and a lot of people are wanting to just quit and give up. I've been seeing that a lot lately, looking around Facebook and all of my social media. Today we're going to talk about how to keep going when you want to give up. But before we get started with today's episode, we have a message from our sponsor.
Greetings, we're Technically a Conversation, a podcast for curious people by curious people.
Every week, we take turns presenting a new topic, and the other host has no idea what the topic will be.
We strive to educate in a way that's loose and fun. Our topics are all over the place, from light and funny to dark and sometimes spooky.
Some of the topics we've covered include urban legends, civil rights activists, vampires, pop culture icons, the supernatural and occult, spies and espionage, science and astronomy, and other weird and random things.
If any of these topics interest you, give our podcast a shot. Listen and subscribe at technicallyaconversation.com, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Parental advisory, we might use strong language.
All right, so I know you've had this dream in your heart. No matter what it is, whether it is this dream career or finding the perfect relationship or having the perfect family, everyone has dreams and they are different for each and every person. What happens when you don't feel like your dreams are coming true and you just want to quit? I'm here to tell you that too many people quit and give up before the time comes that their dreams are going to come in the door. We quit right before the miracle happens. I see this all the time. And I've seen it in my own life where I get so close and I think, I can't do this anymore and I just want to quit. It's happened to be whenever I started my podcast. When I first started it, I had like 10 listeners and I was so discouraged, right? I was watching the number just stay there. And the thing about podcasting is the numbers will go up and down. There are different times of the year where people are on vacation or where there's a holiday around where the numbers drop because people are busy and so they don't listen to the podcast as regularly as they did. And you see those numbers as a podcaster and you're like, why am I busting my rear end every week doing this podcast? Nobody cares. Nobody's listening. All of those fears come in, right? That tell me that I'm not good enough. I shouldn't be doing this. No one's going to listen to me. Why am I wasting all of this time? Who really cares? All of those are normal thoughts because what we do is we go back to those conditioning thoughts, the beliefs that we've been trained to think about ourselves our whole lives. That whole I'm not good enough. And all it does is keep us stuck. It can be really easy to give in to those thoughts and to just quit. And believe me, I have been on the brink before. Even this past week, I was so tired, exhausted from everything. And I'm looking at my podcast numbers this week and going, what's happening? And then I'm thinking to myself, you should just quit. You should just quit. Like you're killing yourself doing this and what's happening? And then I came across a podcast. It's from a man who does a podcast on how to grow your podcast. It just like showed up in my feed. And there was an episode about burnout and when we give up. So I thought, okay, well, I'm going to listen to this. And it was comforting to know I am not the only person out there who feels this way sometimes. We all do. And I knew that we felt that way about different things in our lives. But I had this idea that everyone else who's doing podcasts always loves what they're doing, right? And lately it hasn't been a love thing for me because it's a very time-consuming process. And so there are times when I have to give myself a break here and there because it is just so time-consuming. But I really went within and I'm like, okay, what is this really about? Is it that you don't like doing the podcast? Is that what it's about? And it's not what it's about. Like, I love doing the podcast. I love reaching people. I love helping people. It isn't that. It's that doubt and worry that's creeping in and telling me that you're never going to make it. You're never going to achieve your dreams because, you haven't done it so far. But then I look back and I look at my progress steadily over the years. It was never an instant overnight success. I know there are people that happens to, but that's very rare. For most people, success comes from the things you consistently do every single day. It's about consistently working towards whatever your dreams are. That's what success is. And it takes a different amount of time for different people, and there's a reason for that. We can't always see it, right? We don't always know what the reason is. Like, why can't I be an overnight success? There's a lot of things that play into that. Maybe there are lessons you have to learn along the way to teach you how to sustain a business. Maybe there are lessons you have to learn along the way to teach you how to be the perfect partner for your spouse. There are a lot of things that come up for us that delay our progress. Well, we think it delays our progress. It's not a delay. It's never a bad thing. A delay is always just a chance for us to learn some things as we're on our journey. But it's frustrating. The human part of us gets super frustrated. It's like, I just want to quit. This is stupid. I don't know why I'm doing this. I get it. I felt that way, not just in the podcasting business, but with my book too. It's like, why isn't this taking off the way that I thought it would? Well, there are things that I need to be doing. There's things that I have to know in order for me to get to that next step. Part of this journey is learning. The learning part, the part that frustrates us so much, because learning is never easy. There's always difficulty when we're trying to overcome things, when we're trying to heal things, when we're trying to get to that next step. But we always get there, and you will get there, and it's all about timing. And instead of just saying, I quit, try shifting your attitude a little bit, and instead ask the universe, why is there a delay? Is there something that I should be doing that I'm not doing? What am I supposed to be learning from this delay? I promise you there's always a lesson there, but we get so busy, we don't take that time to slow down and to really ground ourselves and meditate and get in touch with our higher selves and with the universe. And so we end up getting frustrated. We go to the ego side, right? We let the ego take over, and your ego is not your amigo, because the ego is going to tell you that it's never going to happen for you. You should just quit, give up. Why are you still trying this? You're too old. And I'm here to tell you that that's all a load of BS. You're never too old. Your dreams never expire. It's never too late. The problem is we have to understand that maybe there's something else we have to do before we can get to that end goal, right? Maybe there are things we have to learn along the way, and they're usually lessons that will help us as we are going through our journey. Why is it so important to keep going? And how can you keep yourself going when all you want to do is just give up and say, I quit, and move on to the next thing? How can you keep working towards those dreams? Well, here are the top reasons, and these are reasons according to Tony Robbins, why you should never give up. And if you know who Tony Robbins is, you know that he's super successful. But he didn't start out that way. He came from a background where he did not have a lot, and he made a lot of himself. So he would be a good person to listen to, and he has inspired and coached a lot of people. So why should you never give up? Because growth is essential to the human experience. If you're not growing, you're dying. And even though success is the goal, the experiences that you'll have along the way are just as valuable because they fulfill your need for the human need for growth. Growth is what happens when you're chasing your dreams. And that's, again, according to Tony Robbins. Also, you never know how close you are to success. Even the smallest changes in your life can yield big results. You're always just 2 millimeters away from your next success. Your breakthrough can come right around the corner. So don't give up on your dreams when you're so close. And just imagine that. As you're sitting there and daydreaming, remember that when we're in that daydreaming state, we are in a state that's closer to being able to connect with the universe. And we're in that type of energy that's very much high vibrational. And when we're daydreaming, we can dream about how much success we have. We get closer to it. Dream about the fact that you are only 2 millimeters away from that next big break. It's so close, you can see it, you can smell it, you can taste it, it's right there. Don't give up on your dreams when you are so close. And maybe if you have to say a mantra to yourself over and over again, I am so close to my big breakthrough. I am so close to my big breakthrough. Say that to yourself over and over again. Or find a mantra that really resonates with you, that's going to motivate you and help keep you going and keep you focused on what's really important, which is to keep going after your dreams, that you're that close. Don't give up. I am so close to my big breakthrough. My big breakthrough is just around the corner. I can see the success. I feel all of this success and money that's coming into me. Or if it's that you're looking for a successful relationship, I feel all the love that's coming into me. I feel the love that my future partner has for me, and it feels amazing. Really daydream and imagine what it would feel like to have all the things that I know you want. Because that is a big piece to the manifesting process, is the feeling of what it feels like to have it and to be so grateful for it. The gratitude is a big piece too. If you quit, you will always wonder what could have been. We all know people who have regrets in their life. And that's a horrible thing, is to go through your life and at the end think to yourself, I wish I would have. I wish I could have. Regrets, those feel terrible. No one wants to end up at the end of their life wishing they would have just tried again. The people who are always living in the past always think about what might have been. And that's where you're going to be if you give up on your dreams. You're going to be thinking all of the time, what if? What if I had just done this? What if I had tried again? Instead of looking back and having regrets, from today, right now, say to yourself, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to go after my dreams. I know I'm close. It's just around the corner. Leave nothing at the end of your life. Leave no room for regrets. I did everything I wanted to do, and I did it my way. So I have no regrets. Don't live a life where at the end of it, you're wondering what could have been. Also, when you do finally achieve your dreams, and you will, if you keep going, the reward is so great. Nothing compares to that successful moment, like seeing your first book published, or publishing your first podcast episode, or meeting that person who just lights your soul on fire. Nothing compares to that. You will jump out of bed every morning with excitement, knowing that you've achieved everything you set out to achieve. You'll be in a state of constant joy and abundance when you know that you went after your dreams, you didn't give up, and you kept going. And that's really what it's all about. Don't give up. So when you feel like you want to give up, go within reflect on why you want this dream anyway. Why are you doing this? And that's an important thing. We always talk about this in education is, what is my why? You have to have a purpose. You have to have a why. Why are you doing it? What is your goal? What do you want to achieve? For me, it's always been, I want to help people. I want to change lives. I want to change lives for the better. So as I look at my why, is what I'm doing accomplishing that? And it is. So that's why I keep going. Because if I don't have my why, if I don't understand why I'm doing this, yeah, I'm going to give up. If I said to myself, my why is to become a gazillionaire, and then I say to myself, are you there? Are you anywhere close? No. Okay, quit. That's not my why. That's not why I do what I do. It's not to become the wealthiest person in the world. Would it be nice? Sure. That's not why I do it. I do what I do to help others, to maybe shed a little bit of light to help people heal faster and with more grace than I have my whole life, and to open your eyes to new things. That's why I do what I do, to educate people, to help people. Am I doing that? Yes. Do I always see proof of that? No. But I know it's there. And that is my why, and that is why I choose to keep going and keep doing what I'm doing. So know your why. Get really, really clear about why what you're hoping for is your dream. Why do you want this? And then keep dreaming. Keep going for it. Keep those mantras around you when you want to quit. I'm doing this because I want to help people, and I'm helping so many people. Create a mantra for yourself. That's, you have to be your biggest cheerleader. You have to give yourself a pep talk sometimes, because no one else is going to do it for you. You've got to do it. And we need to be our biggest cheerleader because sometimes we're our biggest critic. So you've got to cheer yourself on as much as you tear yourself down, because I know you do tear yourself down, because we all do it. You got to learn to stop doing that, tearing yourself down, and start learning to celebrate your wins and to motivate yourself, to pick yourself up, because that is what's going to keep you going. So get clear about your why. Say little mantras to yourself that keep you going. And also look back at how far you've come. That's a big one. Yeah, I'm not where I want to be, but I don't have 10 listeners anymore. I have more than that. And that didn't happen overnight. It was continuously showing up, being consistent, and doing the work. And that's going to happen for you too. So go back and look at how far you've come. Where were you 6 months ago? You weren't where you are now. You're in a much better place. So celebrate those little wins as they come too. Yes, this happened. I achieved this goal. I'm celebrating it. I'm appreciative of it. And now I'm going to keep going for the next one. That's what's going to bring you to your goal. All right, guys. Well, I wanted to pull a couple of cards for you today. And the cards I pulled for you are from the Healing with the Angels Oracle card deck by Doreen Virtue. And the first one is balance. It is so important to balance all things in your life. A big part of why we quit and give up is because we are not balanced. Something in our life is off. Either we're working too much, we're not paying any attention to our spiritual self, or we're not doing self-care. Balance is super important. When you look at nature, everything is in balance, and we need to learn how to balance everything in our lives too. There's a time for fun, there's a time for work, there's a time for spirituality, there's a time for self-care, there's a time for all of it. Make sure that you're giving equal time to everything, or else when things get thrown off balance, like a tray that has drinks on it, if you pick the drinks off the tray from the wrong side, it throws off the balance, so you might drop the tray. Well, you have to keep things in your life in balance as well. The next thing you have is music. Music is a great way to raise your energy. It raises your energetic vibration, and to relax and to de-stress. Music is so healing. Find music that speaks to you and that you love. Listen to it as you go for a walk, or listen to it as you're in the shower or in the bath. Wherever you can, or even on a drive to work, it helps. It heals so much. Even making music, if you're musically talented, singing feels great, and it helps to heal the soul. And the last card I picked for you today is Divine Timing. Everything is working out exactly as it's supposed to be. Even though you cannot see things happening for you, the universe is always working behind the scenes on your behalf to bring you what's for your highest good. But it's happening in divine timing. It's not your timing. It's not my timing. It is divine timing. Stop trying to fight what the universe is trying to bring you. Just relax, let it go, just be in the flow and see what comes to you, because the universe always wants to bring us everything we want. And the universe always says yes. So what is the universe saying yes to? Are you saying, I'm always broke, I'm always tired, I'm always this? Well, yes, you are. Shift how you are speaking to yourself and to the universe. I am always abundant. I am always joyful. I love my life. I have amazing things in my life, things to be grateful for. If you change the way you think about things, the things you think about change. I truly believe that. So remember that it is divine timing. Do not give up before your blessings are here, because they are always 2 millimeters away from your next success. You are always 2 millimeters away from your next success. I love that. I love thinking about it that way. That sounds amazing, doesn't it? You're so close. Don't give up. Your miracle is around the corner. All right, guys. Well, if you want to work with me, and a lot of what I do when I coach people is work with them on their mindset. We shift their mindset. We get rid of old limiting beliefs so that they can live a life that makes them happy, where they don't feel stuck. We can get very clear on what they want for the future and healing any old past trauma or things that are just really keeping them from moving forward in life. That is what I help people do, and I love helping people do that. And if that is something you are interested in, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I will meet with people. I do free discovery calls. I can talk to you and see what it is you're hoping to accomplish, and I can help you get there. So don't sit there feeling stuck all of the time. Reach out to me. I also do readings. I have half-hour readings and hour readings where I help people gain clarity for their life as well. I would love to work with you. Just go to my website, melissaoatman.com, and there you will find all of the services I offer. You can purchase from the website, and then when you email me at melissaoatman77@gmail.com. We'll schedule your session. I don't have an online scheduler because I want to give you the best time, the time that works for you. And it's hard to do that when you're trying to schedule with a computer. So I schedule everything personally. I hope that you guys have a beautiful day today. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to leave a positive review for this podcast. Share it with others. Thank you so much for helping me in my mission. I hope that you guys are going after your dreams and you are living your absolute best life. Thank you for being here to support me and my mission. I'm sending you all so much love and light, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.